And there are guys on there who are assuming that women now from a certain age to a certain age have a high body count. So they've just accepted it. It's almost like cheating. Women have now accepted polygamous lifestyles or open cheating because it's something that's been normalized through social media.
No. I think that women have accepted it because women advocated for it, but they didn't realize the repercussions that came along with it when they wanted to have equal. They didn't want to be sex shamed. They didn't want to be held accountable, but at the same time, they wanted the rights. And now they're in a space where they're starting to complain about it. See, it's one thing to hold men accountable, but it's also when you live in a culture in which everybody is free to do what they want to do, you also have to hold the women accountable for the decisions that they make, and also because they've created the environment by which men then look at them like hoes. You wanted to be a hoe. You wanted to be sexually liberated. You wanted to do what you wanted to do. You wanted to slut it out and do the slut walk with Amber Rose, and you wanted to have your college experience and all of that. Okay, cool. Now, when I see you, don't get mad at the label that I give you, because that's what you are. If you a hoe, I'm going to identify you as such. And I'm not going to absolve you from the responsibility that come along with it, because this is the thing that you advocated for. See, when we see somebody that kills somebody, we call them a killer. When we see somebody that mess with little kids, we call them a pedo. We label people based off of the experiences and the ways in which they operate within our society. So when I see a chick that everybody busts down, don't ask me to call her a woman. I'm going to call her a hoe.
And that's true, because guess what? Just like what Indy said, it's not a lot of good women left. And they're just, and like those girls that age range, they body count way higher than a lady in the 90s body count would be in her 20s. And I'm just being, it's so crazy. And and these young guys like that, they have thousands of podcasts promoting hoes. 304, they promoting this, saying that it's okay. You have value because you a hoe. And there's not a lot of good women out here. It's not. Like the pool is very low. Like it's low as hell.
And that polygyny thing, like they actually been doing that for a long time. It's just that now men are being honest about wanting to exercise that. So young people hearing it, because young people don't know about that, right? So young people hearing it and they're like, oh, I could do this, but it's actually been around for a while. It's just now, okay, let's bring it back to society, basically.
It's a social but that's what I'm saying, like the normative culture and what's being pushed on social media, and the things like poly relationships are now like people have YouTube channels and they're making a whole bunch of money showing like their morning routine with the two wives and the husband.
But it's like, just Ray and some hoes. It's a Ray.
But that's what I'm saying, is that they're showing that and they're promoting that, and they're like, the hoes are getting reposted on social media platforms. They're not reposting good women. They're not reposting
it the wrong way. I was trying to say something like that, like, when are we gonna, like, I want to hear like a lot of men hold these little young.
No. Y'all wrong. Y'all are wrong.
Like how can
because the good women are not supposed to be seen.
No, I'm talking about the guy. I'm talking about, I was trying to say in so many ways, like these young guys with these podcasts just being simps and capping and pandering to women to make them feel like it's okay to get a train ran on them. I'm trying to see, like, I don't hear enough men talking about those guys.
Because we don't focus our energy on the negative. We focus the majority of our energy on the positive.
So, Anton, when you said good women are not supposed to be seen, you mean like we're not supposed to promote them on social media, right?
No, like I show my lifestyle, but very rarely do you ever see my chick. You don't see her. Like, she don't talk. She not for everybody. None of that. She have a good time. She be playing with her friends and all of that, and she like, yo, I don't even want to be bothered with that. I experimented with it as far as like, yeah, we gonna talk about marriage or whatever, and then I was like, fuck that. They don't deserve you. They don't need to. You don't need none of that. And she was like, I prefer to stay in my bubble anyway. So no, she chilling, and she don't need to be for everybody. And the wisdom that she got is for her daughter. It ain't for nobody else. My daughter is gonna get the wisdom. It ain't everybody. Fuck these hoes. They ain't getting none of the wisdom that she got. She ain't teaching them. She ain't giving them no game. She ain't saying shit to them. Fuck them. They don't deserve none of that. They don't deserve her presence. So that's why we don't promote them, because y'all wouldn't appreciate them anyway.
JR.
Yes.
Man, how can I get one? How can I cop one of them shirts like Antoine got, man?
I seen one.
So my thing is that, like, for me, I try to find women like you just said, like your wife, on social media to follow and to look for it. Like JR, I'm gonna just use Kelly as an example. I love following Kelly on social media because she, you know, she posts, she's funny, she posts positive things, she's ambitious, but she's also still very like submissive and things, like, you know what I mean, like examples, positive examples of what something that I would want to emulate, or an example of, versus what's pushed on social media, if that makes sense. So why not? Like, because there are good women left, and the few good women that are left are in that pool. Where do we look to if we don't have those examples?
Who are you asking?
I'm asking you, Anton, because you said that your wife, like,
Where do y'all look to?
yes, like,
They should. Well, if they not in your network, then you just gonna have to develop a relationship with them offline.
yeah, that's what I'm like in church. Okay, like my mentor, she's in my church, right? But like, I
think it is some good women. I like, for example, I like Crimson Cure. I think that Crimson Cure is dope. I think that she has the right perspective. I think that she's smart. I think that she's wise. I think that she has a really good blueprint for how it is that women should be operating when it comes to relationships and so on and so forth. So I think that there are some dope women. I think that people tend to ignore, and it takes a little bit more work for people like her to become more relevant, because they'd rather be following the Amber Roses than they'd be following the Crimson Cures. But I think that Crimson Cure is absolutely one of the type of people that women should follow, as far as getting some insight and understanding on how women should operate.
So I appreciate you sharing that, though, because for me, amongst my followers who are in my age bracket, I see more reposts of like Ari and the people with their ass out and naked and all that stuff. And so for me, being able to have someone that I could follow that is a positive example, or women that are positive examples.